Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear me well. Good morning, everybody. My name is Olaf Groth, as you probably heard through the kind introduction that Katharina and Lars featured earlier. It is a true pleasure to be in front of you here. I have been living in the United States. I'm a German, national German immigrant living in the United States for 27 years, and I am very excited about the potential for this kind of collaboration to jointly shape one of the biggest trends in human history. I am privileged to be supporting Katharina and Lars and Gaba with my team here at Cambrian because this is an era in which we all need to become activists and shape what will amount to be a paradigm shift in the business model of our lives. But before I tell you more about why I think AI is so important, allow me to point out a few people in the room that will be very helpful to you as we gather inputs about why you, not me, but why you think this is an era to be worthy of being part of and to shape. One is Melinda over here in the right-hand corner, our graphic artist, who is capturing all of that which is being said here and making it available to you afterwards in a very compact fashion, very graphically appealing, almost a little bit like a mind map. So a great tool to be taken pictures of. Thank you, Melinda, for being with us here today. The second person is, oh, yeah, please. Second person is over here on the left. That's Vincent, our IT wizard, who can answer any and all questions that you might have. I'm over-promising probably, but you know, he is here to help you through any IT issues. And in just a moment, I will ask you to please open the Attendify app and give us your inputs as to why you think it's worthwhile being here. Before that, though, I want to do an analog exercise and ask you to give me a show of hands. Who is here from Germany? Okay. Wow. Okay. Who is here from the United States? Okay. All right. Maybe about a third. So 2/3, 1/3. Who's here from Asia? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, we'll be talking 1, 2-ish. Okay. Welcome. We will give you protection status here in this room. But moreover, we actually want to hear from you because later on in the conference, we will be talking about how the Transatlantic Partnership will collaborate with Asia and, of course, particularly with China. Right? Let me do one other thing. Who is here, say, under 30? Raise your hands. Over 30, raise your hands. All right. It's a very, very nice mix. Women, please hands up. Men, please hands up. Okay. This is California. I could be going on a couple more permutations, but let me just express that this is an inordinately diverse crowd, and that is exactly what we need to decide the future of artificial intelligence and how we shape it, because that diversity is expressed in data, and AI treats data. Okay. With that said now, let me ask you to please open your Attendify app on your devices. I will give you a minute or so to open it up. And then you will want to go let me give you detailed instructions here. Go to Attendify, then go to the menu item Q&A. What is that? Word cloud. And then Q&A. That's for later. Okay, word cloud, please. Go to word cloud. Okay. And there, please leave an answer on keywords right there. To this question. Essentially, why are you here? Right? So just give us some key words, right? Don't write a novel. No essay question here. Just give us some keywords, and we want to populate this word cloud to see where your interests lie. Whoops. Interesting. Okay. Nicely shaping up, all right. The two big ones right there, networking and ethics. People, okay. Inspiration. Still morphing a bit. Okay. Let me maybe hold it right here, and we'll take a look at what we've got. Okay. It'll morph a couple of more times, but very clearly you're seeing that some of the first things that came up, ethics, very important to all of us. We realize, of course, that innovation, which was big here just a moment ago, and the inspiration that is the potential of artificial intelligence, that those come with ethical responsibilities. I tend to say, and we say this in the book Solomon's Code as well, there is really, in the era of AI, there is no economics without ethics. For too long, business people have thought that these are two separate things, but they're not. And AI teaches us why they are not. We are now touching on the very essence of human identity as we harness greater economic productivity and profitability. So we have innovation, AI, ethics tied together. We have people. That is super important. It may seem trivial to you, but at the end of the day, AI is not so much about the little widget, as we say in Silicon Valley. It's not so much about the measurements of bits and bytes and hard technology as it is, how do we change people's lives? Are we changing them for better, or are we changing them for worse? And that spans all areas. That spans productivity, that spans human relationships, healthcare, finance, all kinds of social interactions. So people, very important here in this as well. And of course, inspiration and networking, and I'm going to close with that. AI has the fundamental potential for us to lead to greater human growth, to really change our society for the better. We are hearing a lot of really dark messages coming out of science fiction authors, doom and gloom about how AI will rule our world and our lives, and it will essentially annihilate all of us at some point or enslave us. But what we need to hear more is the fantastic potential for our human condition to change. How we live, how we work. Being more productive, but also being happier at work and more fulfilled is an elementary promise of artificial intelligence. So we want and we must never let go of that inspiration. We have to mitigate the risk. Fear is a good instinct to help protect us, but never let fear guide your actions. Let us be driven by inspiration and then safeguard that inspiration. Networking, we hope, and I'm going to echo what Lars and Katharina were saying, that you will see this as a networking forum and help us to jointly develop solutions here in this room that will hopefully go beyond this conference. Let this not be a one-hit wonder. Forge relationships, pick certain initiatives, projects, ideas, work with others in the room beyond the conference when you leave, when you go back to Germany. So please, don't let this fizzle out after we're done here in the next 2 days. Okay, with that said, let me give you a few more framing comments and then introduce our conference keynote speaker. We're very privileged to have a star cast here amongst our speakers, and I will introduce them shortly. Why do I believe, coming full circle around to why do I believe that AI is different? AI changes three things, as we say in the book. It changes power, it changes values, okay, and it changes trust. Very, very important. These three matter because they are literally the business model between you and your employer, you and other institutions in society. That is why AI matters. Why is that the case? Think about this. By 2025, we will be generating 173 zettabytes of data per year. And if Elon Musk and other innovators around Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, Beijing, and Berlin have it their way, we will soon be getting into the brain, understanding how the brain works. That's about 100 billion neurons, all interacting with each other. Then we will connect that knowledge or that data with about 100 trillion IP addresses that we are seeking to create in the Internet of Things. Why are we able to do that? Because we're now making semiconductors more cheaply than 1 grain of rice. And those semiconductors will be gathering data. What's going to help us make sense of that data? Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence allows us to recognize patterns, aggregate myriads of data points much more effectively and efficiently than a human brain can for narrow applications, and make decisions with us and for us. We must shape this together because we can't let the machine make those decisions autonomously. We have to relate to the machine, integrate with the machine, let it do what it can do best. Let us do what we can do best, and jointly shape the future. That's why AI is different, and that's why we hope jointly with you, between the United States and Germany, we can shape this digital future together. With that said, I want to ask our keynote speaker, who actually doesn't require a lot of introduction, Andy Bechtolsheim, who is the co-founder of Sun Microsystems, one of the most iconic Silicon Valley companies ever founded, who is now the co-founder and chairman of Arista Networks, a networking company, who has, since leaving Sun, invested in many companies, selling them to Apple and Disney and other big tech companies, has gotten numerous awards. One fun anecdote is that he helped Sergey Brin and his partner start Google with an initial investment of $100,000. So Andy has left traces throughout the digital ecosystem, and I'm very privileged to welcome him up here now to give us his keynote. Andy.